everybody. Today I'm coming at you from Shingle Creek Trail. I'm starting here at the trailhead to bring you another in my installment of places to experience beautiful nature and walk nature trails within 15 minutes of Walt Disney World. Let's go have a nice nature walk today, huh? This trail starts right behind a middle school. The parking is separate from the school, and public access, as this sign says, is not available during middle school regular hours. So make sure you check the hours and come out here when the park will be open to you. Love a nice boardwalk over Florida wooded areas. Ooh, so we've got a turn right when we start the boardwalk, and it looks like you can step off the boardwalk right here. Maybe I'll do that. So you can choose to either, do you see all those love bugs? Love bugs are harmless, they're just gross. But yeah, it's love bug season, it's May. Oh gosh. Let's step off the boardwalk and check out some of the trail down here. We're right on Shingle Creek, so I'm guessing that must be Shingle Creek right there. I see a lot of Spanish moss, beautiful, quiet, wooded area. This is lovely. We're close to the road and I can hear traffic, which is a little weird. I hear something shuffling around. What is it? But it's cool to be this close to traffic, but this tucked away. Oh, look. You all know how I feel about an overturned tree and an exposed root system. Beautiful. There's this like raised thing here. This is cool. Oh, and a better view of the creek. This is definitely very, very Florida. If you want to experience Florida's natural beauty, so far I'd say this is on the list. And it's part of the Everglades system. I made sure to wear my Everglades shirt today to support Everglades National Park and its waterway system. There's just something about sun filtered through Spanish moss hanging from trees that gives me that Florida feel. Squirrely, just chewing on something. Look at this. Right on the trail, we have a tree that is just kind of half tipped over. Do we go under it or do we go around it? Let's just go ahead and go under it. Why not? Along both sides of the creek, you see a lot of cypress knees. You see these growing around cypress trees, especially in swampy areas. So we see these quite a lot in Florida, especially in Everglades, waterways type of areas. I think they're very beautiful. They look like little mountains. And we just got a lovely gentle breeze. That feels really nice. So far, this trail has all the characteristics of a Florida swampy nature area that I absolutely love. From cypress knees to Spanish moss, beautiful towering cypress trees, gorgeous blue sky, and a beautiful green creek. Also, squirrels, love bugs, other types of bugs, I'm sure other small creatures. I've seen quite a few people riding their bicycles along the trail, and this seems like a wonderful trail for bike riding. It's pretty smooth with just little bits of like roots and little bits just to make it ever so slightly challenging enough to make it fun, but also smooth enough to make it a really nice, pleasant ride. Once I acquire a bicycle again, I will definitely come back here with the bike for some wonderful trail riding. I had a bike in Miami, but it was actually stolen, so I haven't had a bike for a little bit. Soon, it'll probably be time to get one again because I loved riding all around the trails of Miami, and I can't wait to start riding around the trails here in Orlando. I've seen quite a few fish, especially small fish, and you can also see bugs flying around, darting across the surface. But I haven't seen any gators or turtles, although I am certain they must be in here. We'll keep our eye out. See, there's a bicyclist over there. 2 of them. When I got down to the end of the trail, there were a lot of people kind of congregating around, like a group of people. And I tried to wait for them to pass, but they were hanging out there, which is fine. I just wanted to do my best to keep my distance. So I decided, after waiting for a bit to see if they would pass, to just turn back this way and go back to the boardwalk and see where that goes. I saw like multiple trails and breakaways, so maybe we'll find something else over here. Also, there's people on that side, and there's like a bridge looking thing. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, let's make our way back to the boardwalk. There's our fallen over tree again. Pretty cool feature on the trail. Boardwalk time. I really liked how shady this trail was. Very, very pleasant. It's a warm day and it was significantly cooler in there. You can see the boardwalk goes over the creek, allowing people to access the other side. By the way, in case you're wondering, I do have a mask, so if I need to go anywhere indoors or where I'm too close to people, the mask will go on. But so far, I've kept more than 10 feet away from anyone who crosses my path by just stepping off the trail. Let's get back on the boardwalk. Pass through the treacherous swarms of love bugs. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Oh, but we've got to stop for a view of the creek. Oh, there they are. So they like hook together. They're so weird. Bless them. All nature is beautiful. Just doing its thing. See its reflection in the water. Oh, it caught something. Whoa. Okay, let's keep moving. I love bugs. Love bugs are being a little too loving right now. One way I'm trying to overcome my repulsion of love bugs is to sort of just ignore them, but also remember they're part of nature and all nature is beautiful. I'm sure there are a lot of birds in here, but there are also a lot of people around, and that scares them away naturally. Pick a spot and be very, very quiet and just wait, and you could probably see a nice amount of birds here, and I'm sure turtles, and there has gotta be gators. Oh, more people are coming, so let's keep moving so we can keep our 50 to 100 foot distance from them. Let's go. We're stepping up the boardwalk, and there's a trail that goes that way, and a bunch of roots, and a trail that goes that way. I saw a lot more people go that way, and a lot fewer go this way. So we're gonna take the road less traveled and go this way. You definitely want to keep your eyes on the path that you're walking, because there are lots of little rooty nubs sticking up that you could easily trip over, stub your toe if you're looking away and not noticing, besides just kind of like regular roots like this. There are also these, and they get bigger. See? Those are pretty tall. I always keep my eye out on trails and paths for things like this, just to make sure I don't trip over them, and I recommend everyone else does too. The creek looks really clear, even though it's green. That's just because of vegetation that's in there. Let's walk a little bit closer to the creek. We have a ton of vegetation in here. Look, even moths and butterflies that love this, but you can see that the water itself is crystal clear. It's just the sort of grass and flowers and swampy sort of vegetation that gives it that look. We're gonna get back on another boardwalk, it looks like. I call this area Fern City. Look at that thick layer of fern covering the the ground. And it goes all the way back there, as you can see. It looks so prehistoric. This giant sort of half-exposed root system, I guess? Yeah, it looks like it's all tied together with roots. Oh, butterfly startled me, or a moth. I bet this area, see the open areas hidden underneath this? I bet that makes for some wonderful burrows for all sorts of creatures. Could be squirrels, birds, rodents, reptiles. Am I right, little lizard? He said yes. Looks like it goes really deep in too. Oh wow. Lots of spider webs for catching the bugs that try to fly down into there. I walked back to the boardwalk and I see that this area is cleared out of people. So we're gonna go ahead and give this trail another try. And now we're on the other side of the creek. Right over there is where I first got off the boardwalk and walked that first trail. Then I got back on the boardwalk, walked a little further and went down that way. This was more crowded. Now it's cleared out. So now we're gonna go this way. Here's a giant overturned tree with its roots facing the creek, and it looks like it used to block the trail, but it's been cleared to open the trail up, and you can see both sides. It's clearly been nicely chopped. Look at that. Yoinks! All right, let's just walk it. Let's just walk it. No fear. I hear it creaking. It's fine. I did it. I did it. I know that's not that bad, and I know I've walked on crazier things than that, but for some reason it looks rickety, it feels rickety, the fall isn't too bad, so I'm not that worried. But you know, you don't want to fall through a board. You want it to hold up as you're walking over it, and it did. So yay! Listen to that. Oh. They are really going at it. That's the sound of Florida nature for you right there. I can definitely tell you that this is a nice way to escape the heat. Besides the fact that you've got shade from the trees, it's just cooler next to the creek. It's really, really nice. There's like a little breeze. I like it. And it's like, it was 100 degrees when I got in my car today, so. I like to stop every so often and just be quiet and still and listen to all the sounds of nature. It's really magical. Even though we can hear the road from here, we can also hear the birds and the leaves rustling and insects, and we can also see the beautiful mystical nature. The sunlight filtering through the leaves and all the layers of life that exist in any wooded sort of area, down to the tiniest things. The further away I get from the trailhead and deeper into the trails, the quieter it gets, and the more alone I feel, but in a peaceful, zen kind of way. This would be a really nice trail to walk with someone, and I can't wait to walk it with Sam when he's back. And it's also really nice to walk alone. It's a great place to just clear your head, get some exercise, get some fresh air, be in the trees, enjoy that peaceful, mystical feeling that is hard to describe, that zen-like, otherworldly almost feeling. Even though I know I'm not alone, there are people all about, but right now I found a quiet spot all alone. Transcendent, that's the word I'm looking for. Transcendent. There's another massive tree on its side. I wish I could see all the birdies that I can hear chirping right now. We've made it quite a distance. Not sure how far. Very different from Tibet Butler, where we went the other day. Oh, look at this. I love a good fork in the road. So you can either take the regular path or take this boardwalk someone built over a tree. And it looks half broken, so it makes me very wary. Yeah, that doesn't feel sturdy at all. I want to walk over it, but my gut tells me let's not, because of this right here. You don't want to be the one that steps on a board and this happens, especially when you don't have to, because there's a lovely path right there. So while I would normally take the path less trodden, this looks trodden enough. It looks plenty trodden. So let's take the other trodden path. That does make me laugh though, like it's just not necessary at all. Did someone build that as a gag? Whoever did that, bravo. Bravo. It's pretty still in here as far as wind goes today, but we are getting the occasional breeze, which is really, really nice. It feels amazing. But there was just a breeze that came through that, you know how sometimes a smell or a feel can just trigger a memory? This breeze came through and it had this fresh fall smell. There it is again. I don't know what it is. It just smells like that fresh fall smell. And I know it's May. Fall is quite a ways off, but I don't know, once in a while you just get a whiff of it. And I just got that like cool, fresh, crisp fall breeze feel. And it's there it is again. It feels incredible, like magic. And it just made me think how wonderful this trail is gonna be to walk in the fall. That memory of fall in Florida and the fresh, clean breezes just gives me the feels. Okay, let's keep going. Nah. Bye, weird boardwalk bridge thing over a fallen tree for no reason. You gave me a giggle and I liked it. Let's head back to the boardwalk. There are several different sections of the Shingle Creek Trail. This is just one of them. I haven't been to the others. I just started at the trailhead and explored around that area a little bit. But I'm gonna do some digging and see what else I can find. I did see that portions of it were completed as early as 2016. So it's a fairly recent development, which is cool. Always good to see a city working on integrating more nature and trails for people to walk and bike. Get out there. All right, here comes the bridge again. We're gonna walk it with one arm up in the air. This time we're walking it in selfie mode. Did it. And we're back at the boardwalk. I know there's a section of the trail that connects to Pioneer Village, which I really want to visit. I was actually going to go to an event there before everything shut down. I think it was Pioneer Days. It was on my calendar, but obviously that'll have to be rescheduled. But as soon as they're open and I can go there, I'll definitely go there and revisit the part of the trail that connects to that area as well. What on earth is that? It just looked like a random thing on the boardwalk and then it started moving. I have no clue if that's a bug carrying something or if that is the bug. No clue. This was another in my series of videos of places to go in the Orlando area near Walt Disney World and Universal and the theme parks, but outside of the theme parks to add to your vacation when you're visiting this area, and also for any of you locals who didn't know this existed. As I did when I lived in South Florida, and as I do when I travel anywhere in the world, I love to visit tourist attractions, theme parks, amusement parks, cool things that are meant for visitors to that area, and I also love to find hidden gems, state parks, national parks, local parks, off the beaten path, weird attractions, small museums, all sorts of cool things that are a little more out of the way and maybe lesser known. That's just my thing. I'm an enthusiast and I love to bring you all the things I'm enthused about, and I will keep doing it here in Orlando. And as things slowly move towards reopening, we'll be able to explore more and more. Hopefully you can work in more nature and outdoor things to do on your next vacation, or if you're a local or local-ish like I used to be and you're looking for more to do, hopefully you can work in Tibet Butler, which I showed you in my last nature trail video, and Shingle Creek, and all the future trails and parks and things that we'll be doing in future videos into your itinerary. And even if not, hope you enjoyed a nice day in nature with me. Make sure you're subscribed. I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and all the things at Super Enthused. I'll see you for the next adventure, and until then, as always, stay zen and stay enthused. Bye!